Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Avi, and tonight I will be playing Arata Satomi, your very familiar, real kind Clash Star Thief Boy. And I am joined today by.
Hi, my name is Magic. I am playing a real kind satyr, who is known as Seeker. Yeah.
Give me. Just realized we should probably do something.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Oh, right.
Completely forgot.
Yeah, that is probably important.
Yeah. Um. So, Seeker, you've probably been hanging out at Sammy's House of Paint for a while now, haven't you?
It's been like a little over half of a week. If you want to know why he's there, I point at the FPS frustration spoons. Well, frustration spoon doesn't have an S at the end of it. But
Oh boy.
yeah, Seeker had a time. Anyway.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's been at the House of Paint for a bit now.
Yes. And Sammy is a wonderful host. I have no doubt that he does not mind you being here. Um, but this is also the house of Arata's brother, which means that Arata is prone to visiting him whenever the hell he wants. um, and
Yeah.
so that means today uh, Arata has is also in the House of Pain.
Hmm. Uh, is this like the first time you're walking in today,
Yeah,
or?
this will likely be the first time he's walking in today.
All right. Oh boy, let's see if I remember how this house is set up.
Mira's in the audience. We can
Okay.
ask.
Hey, Mira. Mira, do you have a floor plan?
Yes.
Because I totally remember how this house is set up. Totally, completely.
They say 1 second.
No,
We
one
love
second.
you,
1 second
Mira.
of waiting. Uh,
We love you, Mira. You are the true MVP. I don't mind if you put it like directly in the roll zone, just so we can have it.
yeah. God. I suppose we should fill some time while Mira is getting that. Thank you, by the way. Arata, what you doing here today? Is it just like a visit or?
It's probably just a regular old visit. He probably has like a takeout box of curry from the last one in that he finished making, and he's probably like, over. Thank you, Mira. He's bringing
Thank you,
that
Mira.
over for Sammy in mind, but we'll see how that goes depending on how this conversation goes. Um,
Hopefully this conversation goes well.
yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay. Oh boy. Uh. All right. All right. Okay. You walk into this house. I will say, Seeker is in the kitchen at this current moment in time. So it's not too hard to like walk into this house, like look around, look at the counter. Oh hey, there's Seeker. The fridge is over here. Wait a minute.
Yeah, no.
There's a Seeker here.
uh, uh, there's a satyr in this kitchen. And Arata like does like a quick double take, and he goes, "Seeker."
Uh, hmm? Seeker has just like a a lot of what seem to be like pieces of paper kind of like scattered around the table. He kind of like looks up from it when you go and ask and goes, "Oh, hello there.
Oh, hey.
Fancy meeting you here."
Yeah, no. I mean, like I just didn't expect you here either. What's up?
The sky? Yes, that was a joke.
And Arata just kind of like lets out a soft snort, laugh, and he's just like, okay, yeah, I walked right into that one. And and he comes over to the kitchen, and he's still holding the takeout of like the takeout box of curry, and he looks at it in his hands, and he looks over at Seeker, and he goes, oh gosh, I don't know if Arata knows about Seeker's allergies yet.
I feel like Sammy would have told him.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, yeah. And he looks down at the box in his hands, and he's like, well, I brought this curry for Sammy. If you haven't eaten anything, I don't mind making a fresh batch for you if you want.
Oh, uh, hmm. It's her words. Oh boy.
I
It's a
believe
nice
in you.
gesture, really, but I'd rather not get food over my notes. And yeah, this table is kind of covered in paper right now.
Can I roll like perception or investigation to see what it is? Or
Yeah, roll an investigation.
all right, what's your investigation, my boy? That's the wrong sheet. I still have the other one open. Give me a sec. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Ah. Yeah, that's about what I expected. That's 12.
12. Most of it just seems to be like scattered notes. There's an open book, what seems to be like the start of a letter, and just like little bits of pieces of paper, scattered around the table. There's also like a mug of something, maybe tea, set off to one side.
Yeah, I think while like kind of looks this over, he does take the takeout curry, and puts it in the fridge for Sammy to take later. uh, and and he starts making himself, uh, starts making himself some tea. Uh, and and he gestures to the papers, and he goes, are you writing?
Oh yes, I tend to record most things I see around, to a lot of my friends, well, to a lot of others,
Yeah.
God, there, there's ones to Avian, there's ones to, oh God, why do you keep rolling so well? I know this is one of your best stat things, to Avian, to an occasional one to Professor. I try to reach out to Sunday, but I'm not sure how to get a hold of her. God, I kind of want to give you something, even though that is a 19.
I can roll insight, see what happens.
Yeah, go ahead, roll insight.
Well, that's not terrible. His insight mod is actually decent. It's actually pretty good. But he got a 17.
17. There was definitely a slight stutter, like he skipped over a name.
Oh.
But I do tend to record those things to those people, and you know, I was writing a letter to Avian, but the thing is, I don't technically know the entire story in this part, and I'm not sure how to solve this. Seeker pauses for a moment. You hear like a shuffling of paper as Seeker does like one hand on the table, one hand off to the side. Weird question. Do you know Quori?
Oh boy.
I mean, I do not know what this says at all. I know how to spell it. At least I hope I know how to spell it. Let's spell this right.
Yeah, that was a quick whiz check. Arata, he definitely looks surprised. And, there is this noticeable pause as he watches you, but then you say that you, like, don't actually know what it says. And he kind of, like, relaxes a little bit, and so he moves over to take a seat at the table, but he's like being careful not to like touch any of your notes. And he kind of leans in over his cup of tea, and he goes, "Seeker, how do you know that language?"
Oh, I met. What grade was he in? I met I think he was just going to middle school. Small kid, slight anger issues. Habit for gambling.
Right. Were they like a Clash Star?
Oh yes, definitely.
Okay. You see this no need for insight, no need for perception. He just lets out this like sigh of relief. But he takes a sip from his tea and like readjusts himself, and he finally gives you his answer, and he goes, "Yeah, I know Quori. I am also a Kalash Star."
Oh, very lovely. He says that. God, I want to roll an insight just to see if he can tell that Arata probably doesn't want that written down somewhere, because he is going to write that down somewhere. Don't.
Oh boy.
That's a 20. I think he starts writing a note off to the side before he stops. Never mind. Stops writing because you were rather cagey about that answer.
Yeah.
Does not finish that note. So, the reason I was wondering is I went to go visit the troupe a while ago to, fulfill my promise of doing Speak with Dead, answering questions. And I heard Gilby say the most interesting thing. Well, not say, but it was present. And Seeker reaches for a smaller scrap of paper, sort of at the center of this pile, and hands the paper to you. I'm not sure I spelled it right, but and Wick is typing in the chat. Wick, what does that translate to? 'Cause I have no idea.
Oh gosh. I think Arata does take the paper and he looks it over as we wait for the translation real quick. Thank you very much, by the way, Wick. Thank you for sitting in with us.
Thank you for sitting with us, Wick.
God,
you. I want to unspoiler this, but it would be more in character if I don't. Oh boy. Avi, you must be the deliverer of bad news. What does it say?
Oh my god.
What?
You see Arata's brows raise, and then they furrow. Like, he's trying to, like, process what this means in context, and he looks up at you, and there's this, like, concerned look on his face. And he says, okay, you said that Gilby wasn't the one who said this, but it was present?
Yeah, it was like, under his breath, kind of.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Why?
Oh, God.
What does it say?
It says it's not his time. Bring him back.
What the fuck? God. Me Magic can't remember what was said on top of that. God. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Okay. When we were there, they said that they didn't know much about the Baron, right?
Yes?
There's a chance then that they probably didn't know that he was a Kalash star, maybe? But if he is a Kalash star, oh God, I hope he is. Maybe that is, but that can't. You see him, like, trying to process and trying to make sense of what this means. And he's just like, hang on. I'm gonna make, like, a quick intelligence roll on Arata's side. Oh, fuck.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Huh.
God.
It's a dirty 20.
Yeah, that's a 30-20. You, definitely see, like, the gears in Arata's head, like, start to turn as he, like, makes a realization. And he is, like, silent for a moment as, like, whatever he's thinking of kind of just, like, settles in.
Seeker is kind of like writing down notes about the situation. Because, man.
Yeah, okay, Arata takes a deep breath, and it's like, in that moment that he kind of realizes that you're still there. And he goes, okay, Seeker,
Yeah?
don't know if you know this, but, here's the thing with, Quori. The monsters, specifically. Typically, they're not good. And he puts his hands together like he's doing, like, prayer hands. And when he says good, he points them, like, down and off to the side. And he goes, they really aren't good for the most part. In fact, most of the only good Kalash stars are, align themselves, most of the only good Quori align themselves with Kalash stars. Otherwise, if Gilby knew Quori, the only other option I can come up with is that he was possessed, but that doesn't make sense since he was already dead by then.
Well, it's not technically revival, but Speak with Dead is a spell that lets them speak again.
If they have their memories before dying, that would imply that, well, most Quori possessions, the victims are aware of being possessed. But if you do you know if there was anything to indicate that he might have been possessed?
Oh god. I don't... Me Magic doesn't think that... No. Seeker would not have connected any of those dots. If there was dots, Seeker probably wouldn't have connected them. Oh boy. Oh, what is this? Okay.
Because, and Arata continues, because if not, there may be a very good chance that, Gilbert Brush was a Kalash star.
This was not the twist I was expecting. Seeker.
Yeah, no, me too.
God.
And Arata just takes, like, a long sip from his tea.
God. God. Oh, God. Man. Wick.
Who's in the audience? I love you so much, and this plot is... Oh, man.
God, you're so good, but also I'm dying over here. I'm dying, because for the life of me, I can't remember what question this was, like, technically an answer for.
I'll have to, like, listen back to it.
I will also have to listen back to it, because, God. Oh, boy.
For the audience, if Gilbert Brush is indeed, Bevan's, uncle, then that means that there is a pretty good chance that Bevan, a half-toon, is part Kalash Star. And Arata can't say that out loud because he promised Bevan that he wouldn't say.
God. I think, like, Seeker, like, scribbles that down in his notes.
Like, Arata can't say that out loud, so he's just like...
Well, I don't know how to do with this information.
I don't either! Oh, God.
I mean, I did learn technically some other things while we were there.
Yeah?
Apparently, Emma used to be a bounty hunter.
I think as you say that, Arata was drinking his tea, and there's, like, a moment where he, like, almost spits his tea out. And you see him, like... Really?
Yeah. No, I do not have that written down, Wick. I think I got rid of my paper that had all those questions on them.
Oh, no!
I cleaned my desk for once in my life, and everything's not here anymore. So...
no. We'll go
Infinite
back
curse.
and listen, it's fine.
We'll go back and listen, it's fine.
But, like,
Okay,
Arata, like, clears his throat, and he goes, That's funny. um, so, this happened a while ago, Seeker. So someone came to the last one in a while back, and he also turned out to be a bounty hunter, and he stopped by the inn for like a meal and stuff, but he also asked me about some people he was tracking down. One of the people he showed me a photograph of looked like one of the people that Bevan drew.
God. I think Seeker just like looks down at his many papers for a second and just like leans back in his chair, like one hand under his sunglasses. Just oh,
Do you want to know something? Oh, Wick's typing.
Wick is typing.
And you see,
like, God.
Oh, okay. So the last question you had they'd asked the Baron was, "Do you have a good relationship with your family?"
It might have been that, or can you forgive me for what happened? Because both of those are like connections that kind of like make sense, but
yeah. Okay. Thank you, Wick. We love you.
Thank you, Wick. Thank you.
You're wonderful.
I think after a moment, Seeker does go like, "Oh wait, I wrote it down." And sort of brings that paper out to show you like the questions that they asked.
Yeah, I think Arata spends a moment like looking at this, and he's like, he shakes his head like, no, he has no idea what to make of this. This is, whew. And Arata goes back to the topic of the bounty hunter he met, and he goes, a couple days ago, you won't believe who else dropped by the inn.
Seeker's looking at you.
The professor, dropped by the inn, and, you wanna know what he told me?
Seeker leans in, because yes, he does want to know.
So, he told me he met the same bounty hunter that I did. And it gets worse.
Of course it gets worse. Okay.
You remember Mitmat?
Yes, I do.
Apparently Mitmat knows. Apparently Mitmat knows that this guy is dangerous. And also experienced possession by a Quori.
Well, that's not concerning, he says completely sarcastically as he writes this down, because holy shit.
Yeah, Arata is nodding, He's still doing that, like, pray your hands pointing thing. He's been doing that for a while now. But, like, now he just, like, takes his cup of tea again, downs whatever is left in it, places the cup back down, it's empty. And so Arata kind of leans forward against the table. Like he probably has his elbow on it, but he's like careful of all your notes. And he goes, "So, Seeker, if you ever meet a guy who calls himself Nakabe Nakai, do not trust him."
I sure hope I remember that name. I'm not very proficient remembering names, unfortunately.
I'll give you a description later, but yeah, that. Okay.
Oh, what sort of plot have you gotten into? Seeker is just kind of like looking over these notes
I think
with like.
Actually, I think what Arata tells you about this guy Nakabe Nakai. He does give you like a really quick description, which is like pink hair, purple jacket, and he says, I'm pretty sure like he's a reject fashion agent, cause goddamn. Every time I remember his outfit, it hurts my eyes.
I'll make sure to look out for a truly outrageous fashion sense. I have made this connection in the chat, like in our private chats. But I want to just roll an intelligence to see if like Seeker can come up with this very wild theory that he will truly convince himself is real. Because that is a thing that just happens sometimes.
Oh boy.
Seeker looks at his notes. Looks at his notes. Because everything is connected, and that is a 15. God.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Alright. This may be a very out there theory, but Emma mentioned being in a bounty hunting group before they all split up. What if?
Oh, do you think?
Seeker nods.
Oh no. No, that makes sense. Cause when I met Nakabe the first time, he took there was another customer, and that customer was somebody he was hunting down. So I freaked out. I didn't know what to do because this kid was I kid you not, the moment Nakabe like talked to him, this kid was freaking out. So I was like, okay, I have to step in and make sure this kid doesn't like get hurt or worse. So I walk both of them to the police station, but after Nakabe leaves, I leave the police station too, and I saw Emmer there.
God. Seeker kind of just Seeker is writing notes about this because he is a nerd.
Oh my
imagine.
God.
And he looks down at this and just oh, what is this?
It's a mess, is what it is.
I feel like I should create a paperboard out of this.
Definitely following some kind of conspiracy, I guess. Oh god, how did this happen again? And he puts his face in his hands.
Happen again?
It's a long story.
Love to hear it sometime.
Yeah. Probably
I suppose
not
you just probably not. I suppose you attract that sort of attention, maybe.
Arata kind of like sighs and nods, and he's just like, well, it is what it is, but yeah.
Okay, I think, God, Seeker is just like staring at these notes. You know, I think I will take that curry.
And Arata just looks up at you, and he nods, and he gets up. He gets up, and he starts moving around the kitchen to start making you some fresh curry. Let me do something real quick. What do I usually roll? That's exactly what I usually roll. Okay. Oh, you fucking would.
Uh-huh.
I forgot I gave him expertise in this.
26. It's really fucking good curry.
It's really fun. You're in. You can like see him cooking. I assume, cause you're like right there. You're right there, right?
Seeker is also kind of stashing away his notes because, God, he does not want to get those damaged.
Oh, absolutely. There is this sort of like showmanship way to how he's cooking, even though we're in Sammy's house of paint and his only audience is you. At one point you see him, I'm not even sure what it's probably like a potato or something. You see him like toss a potato up in the air and he catches it on the end of a blade. And it's really fancy, really cool. It's really fun to watch him do this. But eventually you do have a fresh plate of curry set in front of you. Yeah.
God. Seeker does give like a little clap at the end of it. Because, God, that was fancy. That was good showmanship. She goes, thank you. I would suggest getting some for yourself because this is a lot.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah. And he does look over. There is quite a bit left over. He usually makes a little bit extra anyway. So he oh, excuse me. So he does, like, get a plate for himself.
Yeah.
So I guess both of you are eating now.
Yeah, Seeker actually pulls out a spoon from his bag. Like an actual spoon. It's a real fucking spoon. Would you like to roll perception on this spoon?
Yes. I do. Holy shit.
Huh?
We got all the bad rolls in the first FPS today so that Arata could get all the good ones.
Arata, okay. This spoon looks hand-carved, and it looks like it has been made recently. Like in the span of maybe a little under a week. It's kind of like wide. In the spoon part, maybe someone left a coal in there for too long. Who knows?
Oh.
And it has this like little wildflower tied to the end of it that is kind of dying at this point because it's been a week.
Yeah.
But he did not have this spoon last time you saw him. He ate literally everything with chopsticks.
Yes, he does remember that, and I think Arata gets himself his own silverware, and he starts eating from his own curry. But he does a subtle gesture towards it, and he goes, "Is that a new spoon?" You're gonna roll deception, aren't you?
No, I'm actually rolling something else. Seeker chokes. He did not expect that question. That was a wisdom save, which I got a very fantastic 1 at disadvantage.
Oh,
so,
jeez. Oh, gosh. I think Arata, like, reaches over to, like, make sure you're okay.
And this is the point where I roll deception at disadvantage, because I did fail that roll.
Oh, boy.
God damn it! No, Dice Parser, I throw you out the window. This is when I won my bad rolls. Okay,
this is an
fine.
FPS. This is an FPS.
This is an FPS. I throw Dice Parser out the window. Goodbye, Dice Parser. I love you, but farewell. Seeker kind of Seeker like coughs for a moment into his sleeve and goes, yes, yeah, it's new.
Looks
God.
nice.
God. I think. God. Do you want to roll insight?
All right.
I hand you Avi insight.
Let's see. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's below average, but again, he has a pretty decent mod. He got a 14.
There's sure a look across his face. I can totally words. I think he kind of like winces at it. It's not a good recollection look. It's not a good recollection look.
Oh.
God. Yes, it was given to me by a friend of mine.
Oh.
I suppose we're friends. Seeker uses it to take another bite now that he's not fucking choking anymore.
Yeah. I think Arata does get you, like, a glass of water to make sure you're okay.
Kind of looks at you before just, thank you. It's fine, really. That does take a drink of the water.
Gosh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, my thief boy? Huh. He does notice the look on Seeker's face, so he probably doesn't, like, push too hard. When he does, at the mention of a friend, he says, oh, that's nice. Nice to get a gift. And, he takes a bite from his own plate, and he goes, so were you just visiting Sammy's for a little bit? Or is this like a situation when you like got hired at the inn for a little bit?
We did talk about Sammy calling you that first night.
Oh shoot, that's right. Oh, I completely spaced out.
Arata could have like forgotten it temporarily if you want to.
Yeah. No, that's on me. Sorry, guys.
It's cool.
Sometimes I have bad attention span, but it's cool. We'll recover. And Arata kind of looks Seeker over, and he goes, Seeker, are you doing alright? Like, just in general, like, you don't have to go in detail about anything, but
think there's a slight pause. God, this is the time I didn't want to roll well. Why are you doing this to me?
Oh, God. I can't even beat that with my insight.
I throw Dice Parser out the window. I know this is the purpose of the character. Why didn't you have that during the last Okay, this is fine. Oh boy. I mean, I suppose I'm doing better now. I mean, at least I've gotten up in the day. Kind of says, like, mutters that, yeah, just fucking eating curry. We eat curry and maybe have emotions.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Honestly, I throw Dice Parser out the window. You can decide how convincing that is to not Sammy. How convincing that is to Arata.
I think either way, Arata is going to worry because he is the kind of person to worry about his friends, no matter what. He like watches Seeker for a moment or two, and he goes, you know, I actually met this Warforged once. She's a real sweetheart, and her what do you call her? Her primary directive, whatever she said, was basically to learn about emotions and how the heart works, right? Do you want to know what one of the things she concluded was?
Seeker is looking at you curiously because this is a new friend mention.
He said he gives Seeker a look, and it's a very sympathetic look. I'm trying to figure out how to describe it. He understands if you're not ready to, like, open up to him. But, he does want to, like, make it known that, like, if you need somebody to vent at, he is, like, right here. And he says, she says that, bottling things up, indefinitely is not a way to go. It is, in her words, potentially very dangerous. What was that 9?
That was a fucking connect the dots check, for emotional shit. Anyway.
Oh.
Technically it was a wisdom save.
Oh boy.
Because my wisdom saves are terrible and I want to use them as much as possible.
Oh god. Oh, Seeker. I'm shaking this goat man.
You shake this goat man. God. I'm sorry we took a... Hi, baby. I'm sorry we took a very left dip into emotions, but this is a thing, technically, we want to talk about today.
Yeah.
God. Seeker kind of, like, looks at you, and, like, he looks at you, and I am going to roll, just a quick deception, at disadvantage, because, God. 14.
Oh boy.
Do you...
Yeah, I'll roll
Is your...
a quick...
Is your...
My...
No.
passive insight is a 15, but I'll, like, roll it. Okay. I mean, that's not great.
God.
Oh, he is trying so hard.
There is a something that just went across the Seeker's face. It was a bit too quick for you to properly catch it. Seeker kind of, like, just puts down the spoon. I'm unsure what you mean by that. I'm not really bottling things up.
I think that, like, chuckle is in character, and Arata kind of, like, shrugs, and he turns back to his food, and, like, he, like, starts scooping a bit of the food onto a spoon as he talks, and he says, well, like, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you think you might be, then, and you need somebody to vent to or vent at, you can always, like, come by the inn. Or, you know.
Vent? You mean like an advent?
It's what do you call it? It's an expression, you know. You know, because letting the emotions flow like an airflow, like air duct vent. You get it? He is trying so hard, guys.
God, I think Seeker just, like, looks at you for a moment. I had that one before. God. Seeker, you're gonna say some concerning shit. Okay,
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Well, I can come by regardless just to visit you. I don't think I'll be doing any venting, though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much down by the end, like, most days anyway, so.
Rather hear more about you than talk about me. He says this as he's picking back up the spoon, fucking eating again.
Oh god,
Seeker.
Oh my gosh, Seeker. Sorry, the baby is squealing. It's happy squeals.
Baby.
I think they're trying to bathe him, but, like, hey. Anyway, that baby is still going. I lost my train of thought. He pauses, and it's like this faltering pause where, like, hang on, I want to see if I can make, like, an intelligence check, if I can put, if Arata can put 2 and 2 together. Oh, honey.
Huh.
Oh, honey.
God, that's an 8. It may take you a while.
Yeah, I think there's, like, a bit of confusion, and he like looks at you, looks back at his plate, and, like, continues eating, and he goes, well, I'm not sure about that. I mean, I'm not exactly the most interesting person in the world.
God.
Baby's still going.
Seeker looks back at you. Well, I think you're rather interesting. I mean, I do not know how to describe your energy, but damn. Listen, I will say you have made quite an impression.
And he kind of smiles at that, and he laughs a little bit. He's just like, you know what? I get that a lot.
Not very surprised at that. I will say, Seeker only eats about half of this curry before he just kind of like puts the spoon down, and like is finished eating because.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Uh,
sometimes you're not as hungry as much as like somebody puts food down in front of you. So you
yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah. I don't know how to describe your energy, but damn, it's because he's sexy. I had to say it. I had to say it. Where am I? I'm trying to think. I am trying to think.
I mean, you did enter the story from. I'll admit it's weird. Because it wasn't like the first part. Well, maybe it was the first part. I don't have the full context. He kind of like looks off and like drums like two of his like fingers on his chin.
Arata tilts his head at you.
I mean, you've had plot connections from the start. That's very obvious from how you appear and how you appeared in the first place. I mean.
No, continue.
I mean, Sammy literally fell down the stairs.
Yeah, he. I think Arata kind of like lets out another like soft laugh at that. That was another intelligence check to see if we can put 2 and 2 together finally. And he kind of laughs and he goes, yeah, no, that was not his fault, by the way. Maya did put a bunch of marbles there.
You know, I didn't. It was strange how we didn't see that because we were literally at the base of the stairs.
Yeah, no, that is a little weird.
To be fair, I wasn't really paying attention in that direction.
Guess not. Hey, Seeker?
Yes?
Do you always see everything as a story?
Yes? Of course everything's a story.
Arata's like, okay? Like, you see him raise a brow in that, like, huh, kind of way. And he's like, well, I guess that's one way to interpret everything.
Of course it is. I'm a storyteller by heart.
Yeah, no, that there's no denying that. I mean, come on. And he lets out a soft laugh, as you say that, and I am, oh shit, I just rolled a quick deception, and I forgot you have proficiency in this thanks to your background. For the audience, Arata has put. He's connected a few dots. They're not dots that he likes, and he is not sure what to make of them yet. In fact, he's not sure if he should keep following this train of thought. But he is looking cool as a cucumber right now.
I'm wondering what dots he's connected so far. God.
Seeing everything as a story, huh? Oh gosh. I don't know what else to add. I'm gonna be real with you.
I think after a moment, I think Seeker's just going to like keep adding on. I mean, pretty well established a main cast by now.
Oh god.
God, man. And I don't. It's not like the story's over quite yet. I thought it was going to be over with. Well, I thought one plot line was going to be over with the whole actually burying the dead guy in the closet thing. But then this happened. Kind of like holds up that book again. With all the notes shoved into it.
Yeah, no, I think Arata's just like, oh, there is so much to this, huh? You see him like kind of like rub at his face. He's just like, I just want to make sure Bevan's okay.
There is a slight mutter of character motivation under his breath.
Arata internally, no, I'm just concerned for my friends.
Character motivation.
He does not say anything out loud.
God.
I hear you cackling there.
Oh God.
I think he does like stick around long enough to like finish eating with you, but you have already finished your food. I think he probably looks around for like a package that you can take that's not too icky with your with Seeker's allergies. But if not, he might figure something out with the food. He'll probably have to discard it.
I think Seeker will just like kind of like, you don't have to package anything, it's fine.
Oh. Alright.
I mean,
oh, continue.
I mean, I'm probably going to stay here for another day or two, maybe? I do have to get going soon.
Oh, alright. Oh, yeah, I should probably head back to the inn before they start wondering where I'm at. I should probably say hi to Sammy before I leave, though.
God. Seeker does give like a chuckle in return. Yes, go say hi to Sammy. That's probably who you're here for. Kind of chews you out of the kitchen.
Arata laughs as you shoo him out of the kitchen, and he picks up his stuff. I forgot to establish this, but Genie is in fact with him in his bag. Sometimes that happens. I completely forget. I'm sorry, Genie.
Genie, our beloved.
And he's probably on his way upstairs. When he fishes for something in his bag, trying to be careful of Genevieve. In fact, I think Genevieve, like, probably picks up on, like, what he's trying to look for, and he takes out a, for the audience, this looks like a sending stone, but it is a very, very weird sending stone, and he doesn't do anything with it yet. He just kind of holds it in his hand. But he is going to say hello to Sammy, catch up with Sammy, and say that, like, oh, he met Seeker in the kitchen. He left some curry for Sammy to take. It's in the fridge. On his way out, though, out of the House of Paint, finally outside of the House of Paint and finally, like, away from everybody else, he finally drops the act, and he looks, this is for the audience, he looks very, very concerned, and, he turns the sending stone in his hands, and, there is a red mark on the, on one side of the sending stone, and, I do not have a reference for it. I completely forgot to make one. I'm sorry, guys. But it looks like an eye, but the pupil is a star. And, he brings it up to his mouth, kind of like a walkie-talkie, and, he hesitates, and he goes, he lets out a sigh, and he says, please let me be wrong. Keyword Seeker.
Candidate found.
And Arata pales. And, not only does Arata's face pale, Jeannie's ears, Jeannie has been leaning over Arata's shoulder. His ears are flat against his head, and Arata's not sure what to do with this information. And I think that's a good place to end off.
Yes, definitely. Thank you all for listening in the audience.
Thank you guys so much for listening in, both present and in the future. And I apologize for the background noise with the baby trying to get ready for bath. Oh, that was so wonderful. Thank you so much for playing with me, Magic.
Thank you for letting me do this.
I'm so glad, it's so fun.
It is.
Oh, gosh. And with that, I am going to stop the recording. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.